Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. It doesn't really matter how you sit. You really just want to find something that's comfortable for you. Something where you don't feel the need to move around or jostle or adjust. We really just find what works for you. An upright back is preferable, but really just find what works for you. This is also an open eye meditation practice. We don't close our eyes here. Although if you have learned to practice with your eyes closed and you feel more comfortable doing that, not a problem. Go ahead and just close them. But of course, if your eyes are open, go ahead and just leave this screen alone and drop them gently down below you. You can be staring at the floor or the desk or whatever's just below you. But I misspoke. We're not staring. We're not choosing a particular spot in the floor to look at, but we're also not blurry and zoned out. It's just a nice, natural, light gaze directed softly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable position and your eyes are open and down. Don't worry about your day. Don't worry about your problems, your tasks, the to-do list. Just set it all aside. You can always pick it up later if you want to. But for now, just be here. Right now. And don't be here for a reason. Don't be here to be happier or to clear your mind. Don't even be here in order to meditate. Drop that too. Only realize that this is the only moment there ever is. That's all. There is no future to get to. There is no past from which you've came. Both the past and the future exist by thinking about it. And you can only think about the past or the future now. It happens now. This is a great discovery. And there's nothing to do about it. No special technique. No thing to learn. Being here now simply means to stop doing something. To stop clinging to thoughts, images, cravings, but even though this is true, that there is no technique to get here, you'll notice that the mind doesn't know how to actually be present at all, because it keeps talking, planning, worrying, trying to become. And if you are identified with the thoughts in your head, then you're trapped. Doomed to a life of worry and confusion created by thinking. And if this is you, then a useful practice is to bring our attention away from thinking to something that only happens now. Something that we can easily pay attention to. And that, of course, is the breath in the lower belly. Notice how your attention is situated up near your head area. Maybe in the forehead, just behind your eyes. And gently bring this down to the area just below the belly button and above the groin. Rest right here. And just simply notice the gentle rhythm as the breath naturally comes and goes. Leave your mind alone. Let it think what it wants to. Remain with breathing. And I'm probably catching you thinking, planning, thinking about meditation. And this is okay. But notice how when you're lost in thought, you forget the entire project of staying with breathing. So your task is simple. Return to breathing. And let the thought continue on just as it wants to. Treat your thoughts like birds and the sound of trees blowing outside your window. Let them happen by themselves. Only stay with breathing, rising and falling. Come back. Come back to breathing. Wake up. Let it continue on. Let the thoughts run. Return to the lower belly. Simple. Do you notice But everything you sat down with today, as you began this video, do you notice that it's not as problematic? In fact, where are your problems now? Where is this to-do list you slave over now? This moment is emancipation from mental slavery, self-imposed, created by thinking. So just be here and rest. All right, you can look at the screen. All right, we got a question today. Thank you for everyone putting all these questions out. It's been great getting through them. There's a constant flow of questions, which is wonderful. All right. So it says, I think you're really great, and I've been watching you since I started. Anyway. I know that you did the light and dark on purpose in this video, and I like that, but I do wish that you would advertise your fallibility along with your guru-ness. My boss was telling me I needed to start meditating, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I'm already watching this guy who I think is trying to start a cult. I was joking, of course, but I'm always kind of wondering. I don't even know if that's a question. Maybe it is a question. Yeah, it's funny, you say about the lighting. I am not a videographer. I am a very YouTube I've learned all this on YouTube. So the only reason I have what I have here is simply to try to make myself look separated from the background. So I put the light at a 45-degree angle, the key light, and then a background light where it's like outlines me. And then color separates, usually a brighter colored shirt. But honestly, I agree. I think it makes it look like it's spooky, or it makes me seem like I'm very, very serious, which isn't really good, truthfully, because it's not really the case. And really, I think I must make this clear. So first off, with the lighting, maybe y'all can help me out here and give me some suggestions on how to make this less spooky and coming into this, zone. I want it to be bright and happy and approachable for everyone, not the secret club that you must go in the back. Like, that's not the vibe I'm trying to pull at all. This is just me not knowing how to do lighting. So anyway, let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments below. But yeah, I am not a guru, not at all. I worry about everything. I have bad habits. I've been taking those Zen things, you know what those are? The nicotine things. I've been taking those because I wanted to use them as an aid, like a nootropic, and got addicted to it. Now I'm stopping that, so that's been a bit of a struggle. I've been through trauma. I worry. I get down. I get way too lost in thought all the time. I am fallible. I am a human being. In fact, in my experience, the greatest of teachers are also very human. Now, I'll say that from personal experience. They are not these things, these ideas, these gurus we keep in our head. Every one I have met has their thing. So, yeah, it's very important to understand this is not a cult. This is not about me ever. This is not about me being a perfect human, and I am not perfect. I have a long way to go in terms of this practice. But the only thing I'm doing here is that I know the practice. And it's changed my life in many different ways. And I know the power of this practice, and I've seen amazing things with this practice. So I'm here to just share it, but not develop a cult or a club or a special thing. I want a community, but I guess that might sound like a cult. I'm not trying to start a cult. See, here I am worrying about what you think about me. But to be clear, this is just genuine practice. The practice that the Buddha talked about, the practice that the Christian mystics talked about. It's nothing special. It's nothing spooky. That's all. I am fallible, and maybe I should voice it a little bit more. So thank you for this question. It's actually really eye-opening for me. I don't want to project in any way that I'm special, because that is far from the truth. Maybe I'll make a video about it. That might be a good idea. Let's make a video. I am not a guru, and then just go through a day in a life, a day in my life. That'd be funny. Anyway, thank you for showing up today, y'all. It's really been, honestly, an honor helping and sharing this practice with you. It's really the only thing I find worth doing in my life. And because it's been so impactful to myself and to others, so I won't stop. I'll do this every single day until my last breath. So that being said, if you're new here, I post a video like this every single day. So join the Attentive Mind if you want to learn about meditation. You're a beginner or a strong practitioner, doesn't matter. Join here. I'm not going to teach you any spiritual thing. I'm certainly not trying to get you to join a cult, and I'm not a guru, but I will show you just the basic practice of looking at our minds and learning to leave thinking alone. And that is the meat of this practice. So join me, and I'll be here for you. And of course, ask a question. I'll be answering them at the end of these videos. And yeah, and it's been a great joy doing it with you. So, all right, everyone, thank you for today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, without exception, I will see you tomorrow.